welcome to the Kerouac Festival. Walking to the beats. Welcome to the ritual of poetry and be together, the poets. La voz alzándose por encima de los edificios más altos de la civilización conocida. Oh, how God is meet us again in the streets of New York, in this gathering of poetry lovers, revolution lovers, culture lovers. Do you think that we pick up the music? Thank you. Puedo sentir la energía que dejaron los que antes estuvieron. ¿Ok? ¿Ya? ¿Sí? Thank you. Puedo sentir la energía que dejaron los que antes estuvieron. Se levantarán de sus tumbas los muertos y bailarán con nosotros encima de las sillas hasta que le vuelva a salir carne en los huesos. Ya bailarán los muertos, nosotros gritaremos. The dead people dance, we scream and howl. Ah! We are only people that write poetry, but we are a force. We are a force because we use the eye of the point on the earth of the essence of a reality that changes. Una nueva realidad requiere pensar de forma distinta. Una nueva realidad requiere un nuevo lenguaje. Nosotros, we, los poetas, the poets, aquí, here, como siempre se ha hecho, le daremos un nuevo significado a las palabras. Le daremos un nuevo significado a la realidad que habitamos. Poets, the film is on the screen. The stolen dimension has been returned. The touch can now replace the word. You can feel how real my voice is. We are now here, poetas. This is our time. We live in a huge speaker for tell to the world that we are poets in New York. We are poets in New York. We are poets in New York. Okay, we are poets in New York. This is the celebration that we are together and conscious and out of prejudices and ready for play like kids, looking for the answers to thousands of questions that people is doing themselves. We are poets. We are. We, poetry fighters, dreaming on changing the world, yeah. Dreaming like children, playing like billions, burning a flag. No hay suficiente comida para dar de comer al hambriento. This is our New York. This is our time. Ahora estamos nosotros. Su presente fue la inspiración que necesitábamos. Su futuro es el presente que compartimos con vosotros y que alguien leerá en un libro dentro de 50 años. Perennes, permaneceremos en el jardín de las leyendas hasta ser aquí enterrados. Ardientes, arderemos para borrar fronteras, derribar muros y vaciar océanos. We are poets. We are poets in New York. We are poets. We are poets in New York. We are poets. We are poets in New York. We ya hemos empezado, lo hemos conseguido. Sí, estamos empezando. We are starting the second day of the Kerouac Festival, 9 years of Kerouac Festival here in New York, 14 years in Galician-Brooklyn-based, and 7 years in Mexico City. In Vigo, this is not a festival, this is a bridge between city and continents, vaciando los océanos y llevando poetas de un lado a otro. Sí, el Kerouac Festival is a bridge, el Kerouac Festival is a community, el Kerouac Festival is a family. This is family. This is family, guys. This is about poetry, yeah. This is about art, yeah. This is about feel, yeah, of course. This is about break the rules, yeah, of course. This is about fight against the tyranny, of course. It's about fight against the tyranny. This is about change the world, but maybe we are trying. I don't know. Yeah, probably. Yeah, this is about lyrics, yeah, of course. It's about music, yeah, it's music. This is about the heartbeat of the war, because the poets, every poet is a heartbeat of the war, yeah, of course it is. And it's about that, yeah, it's about all things, but yeah, it's about be together. It's about be together. And then, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. Entonces, yeah, and for beginning, I want to ask an applause for a legend that is here on the stage. And we are so excited about that because he's here, Tito Lespier. Tito Lespier está aquí. Tito Lespier, que después nos leerá algo de la Biblia, de la Bible, of the poet in New York. La Biblia. Sí. Inspiration for all of us. Yeah, oh, how lucky we are. And yeah, we have a really, really exciting program tonight with people coming around the world here to New York. This huge speaker for now the poets is not enough. It's not enough the screen, guys. We must do together. We must touch each other, feel, know in person, speak, playing. Yeah, all of this being together. Yeah, we are a force. And for a star, this night I'm going to call to the stage a poet that comes from Mexico City. Directly from Mexico City, he arrived yesterday. He was with us 2 years ago in the Mexico City Kerouac Festival edition. And now we are going to join with the poetry of Essau Landa. Está viniendo, no soy paciente. Está llegando, ya viene.
Thank you very much. I'll start with a poem in English and then I'll switch to Spanish. I'll do 2 long poems. I know you're gonna like them. I'll do mine. I'll do it freely. I hope to be as charismatic as my friend Mark was there. I know if I will, but I'll try. So, well, I thank you very much for your attention, for your presence here, and for the opportunity of, of a lifetime. Because this is something that cannot be repeated in our lifetime. To be here, all as a family in poetry this year, after what has been happening in the world and everything, and the fact that we can share with peace and harmony our literature, our work, is something that has no, well, it's very difficult to express with words. This is why I have chosen these 2 poems, and well, thank you. Who hath desired the sea, the sight of salt water unbounded? I speak about my sea, and the many me's who drowned. Mine the ship, the sea is myself, unbound. The fish. Sing and talk in every language of the cameras and flashes. Image populated by the kites and fireflies and marshes. Light a cigarette and you are the ashes. Borders, lift yourselves a pillar. Every stone in camouflage of lizards, drinking brandy for the blizzard. Every photograph expresses, look at our universe unceasing. Every stop's an illusion, every moment life starting. Every image in this life is camouflage. Look, an empty can with money, all things new like honey. There's a poster of an inner child that's missing.
We don't see again the again all over, and a game that has been aging in the bottle, aging, rusting like a poor man's kitchen, and his kidneys and their bar collecting stones. But the brave new world is made of freebies and the loans, and minerals and bargains, diamonds as new as gold, fresher, cheaper, slavery reeking clothes. Yet the warrior asked a man with honor, bury me, wounded knee, yet I begged you, bury me, between the moonlit pond and the stupid looking tree. We are the beach. We are the beach, the tiny pebbles have some tiny faces, tiny features, tiny races. You are the phase which is no phase. Are you para talking to the up recorder of existence? A fist of gestures and a nomad. You are the art of Bruegel and the monad. You are the wave among the waves. You are lamp of all the years of lightning. Clap of thunder, sighed a woman dancing. The hummingbird was humming and the lantern flashing. Hushed by birds but kept on speaking, hushing her true wishes. Where's your old young face, old Wally? Where's your body seated in the crowd or on the benches waiting? Where do you lie among the towels, among the loungers? Is that your face on top of the sand castle? A mountain on top of a mountain, body of salt, a heap of life that's waiting to be shoveled. Well, in that sense, you're always waiting. Do you think your life's better than my turtles? And an irritated bird plucked out her nose, while he answered to himself while playing checkers, oh, the grain contains the mountain ranges, every stone contains a city, and the city is made of blocks. You blocks, you stones, worth and senseless things, a city is made of lust. And we the dust, and we the rivers, the city's blind, the night is lusting up to sight and shivers, man inventing fire, light your match, the city's craving power, dark addiction, fancies, banks and builders for ambition, and the draw is this electrical obsession, heads like damaged engines, throbbing, sobbing, broken, painful kittens. We took pity on heavy Mo, the wounded addict cynic. We took pity on morbid Jack, the bigamist, who missed twice, missed just 2 times and not a dime, Mr. Vodka with a couple tears of lime. We founded the city, our city, with a heart that's yours and mine. What's a life of monstrous frolic? Mops and gold, and the police are always eating, jobs of keeping people behind bars. We that played the joy-addicted sessions, with the joy-addicted felons. Love, the city loves to play, and we were playing. Love, the city loves to dance, and we were dancing. Love, the city loves to gamble. We ate a song and sang some pizza. We the eaters, we the dust, and we the rivers. In the rain, the catfish ate the trash, and the rain, the catfish ate the dust and mash. We Pinocchio fireflies, we were eaten by the bass. Love, the city is love-addicted. Love, the heart is woe-addicted. Love, you blocks, the city is made of dust, and dust is made of blocks. You stones, and other worse than senseless things. We are but gravel and a cake of snow that's melting in the phase of our father's birthday. They say that life is water, said a fish, its head observed me, watching life behind the fog and yelled, go yonder. Phoenix found a mouse inside the plunder. Hide your face among the pillows. Find your bones beneath the willows. Man, oh man, I found petroleum, then I saw the fishman laughing. Oh, the fish is looking with an eye of sorrow, yet aloof and said goodbye with mispronounced nostalgia. Goodbye, fish. In the land of fish, are you either Hamlet or King Lear? But whose face does really matter? Nothing but a homage of repeated daggers, clatter, theft and banter, lies and many words which end in atta, streets and orchards, bleeding swords in heaps of caskets, faces in the books of faces are either like balloons or targets. The sun shatters like a glass of wine on our carpet, the horizon always in your pair of glasses, lovely seagulls. A grain of fat, a flesh, a flash of vapor, muscle, bone, a pair of eyes extending like a kraken, nails, skin and hair, the nerves, bleak December with no presents from the elves. Beyond, the sea has many names and wonders. What are we? A sea of shells and cells and bombs and atoms. The sea has many legs and arms and talons. Is an octopus a water neuron? Is a galaxy another type of neuron? Telescopic, microscopic brain in which the big or little understanding in the drought. We are drowning in the very sea contained in our crystal. We were dropped and we were swallowed, for the sea has pits and shallows, many mouths and many tunnels, many rats inside the funnel. You are the cave and you are the shadows. You are the match and you are the gallows. Art ambition, art distraction. Now you see. Bury me, between the moonlit pond and the stupid looking tree. Thank you. Now I'll read that one in Spanish, and I hope that you will be able to understand. Otherwise, you might like to take a lesson. She's a great high school Spanish teacher. But well, thank you. Sucesivos ojos, sucesivos hitos han marcado el territorio. Cada esquina es otra entrada para el teatro. Sucesivos ojos, sucesivos los mojones que han marcado la carrera de los perros. Sucesivos ojos, sucesivos focos, sucesivos ojos rojos como focos drogadictos que en la calle nos saludan con la mano. Sucesivos ojos, sucesivo encuentro con el vino que escarchó los días de rojo. Sucesivos ojos, tímidos, mortales, subterráneos, como la palabra uranio, como la palabra cráneo. Súbitos y sucesivos dientes. Sucesivos ojos, los de mi venada son el mar de noche, o eran dos estanques donde los martines pescan astros en lugar de peces. Aule y moi que todo ya se ha dicho muchas veces todo. Ya se ha dicho todo muchas veces todo, ya lo han dicho veces y veces antes. La primera vida con su condición ingenua, con su condición canina. Dijo aquel latino que la vida es solo un hombre. Ver llover es ya llovió, decir es recordar un hombre. Sembrar es resembrar y caminar, yo amo solo aquello que mi corazón. Recuerdo la canción La Cuna y un trasunto La Laguna, un recuerdo de las épocas futuras. Épica premura, dijo un irlandés, habrá que popellar el día. Dijo un griego, habrá que versionar la valentía. Reír el laberinto, la repetición es el olvido, laberintos prefijados en la oscuridad del cuarto. Caminar, recaminar los metros, sus subidas, sus caídas y las múltiples paredes que besé como una boca. Yo amo solamente aquello que mi corazón. Recuerdo la canción y la pianola, el mostrador, la desbordante cola, la cajera, el mostrador y la tabaquería española. Yo te vi medusa y me quedé de piedra, un siseo de lenguas, unas cámaras brillantes. Sin afán carnavalesco, pueblo que se puebla, pueblo de color pasabas por un pueblo disfrazado de raíces. Pueblo disfrazado con su negro, con su blanco, procesión de fantasmitas y un caballo masticando las ramitas. La memoria es gente y un montón de voces de sordera, cuál estaba viva, cuál estaba muerta, que vivir es reescribir el barco, el círculo y el viaje, los rufianes, el periplo y el anafre. Siempre habrá un Dublín que se ame y se aborrece, un Dublín que cambie y un Dublín que no se mueve y no se toca. Yo amo solamente aquello que mi corazón convoca. Y toca la puerta, alguien regresando siempre, alguien regresando a Ítaca. Ítaca, no Itaca, pero antes de la Ítaca del traductor fue la del ciego. Antes era ya la Ítaca del ancestro, que antes del acento fueron muchos, pero muchos los regresos. Antes de que Ítaca nos cantara el griego, todo estaba ya fijada en metro. Antes que nombrar el ciego, a su odiseo navegaba el Ulises Salmón de los regresos. Ya lo dijo el rey hebreo, vanidad de vanidad, que nada es nuevo. Es mejor aquel que come y sueña que el que tiene insomnio de dinero. Es acá se multiplica, es acá que se replica por la esfera, que no para de rodar de aburrimiento. Todo es nuevo, memoriza repitiendo, la memoria es el olvido, pero habrá que prefijarlo en metro. La memoria es gente, un montón de voz y de sordera, cuál estaba viva, cuál estaba muerta, mudas, propias y a la vez prestadas. Ranas sobreviven las heladas, bámbara, bambara, se camuflan porque todo nos parece nuevo. No se nota lo infinito inconquistado, lo infinito tapizado de silencio, disfrazado el horizonte recostado en una toalla, nos devora con los ojos vivos, piedras, lagartijas, sapos, nos olvida con los ojos yertos, con sus olas y sus nítidos albatros, migración, derrota y guerra, piel de manos, piel de ojeras, piel y labios, y los ánimos galeotes, extranjeros con un idioma siempre incompatible. Una lengua que es bárbara, una lengua que era bárbara y bárbara el cielo, bárbaro también azul infierno, bárbaro también temido, otra vida insigne de termita sepultada en la madera, escultural y sepulcral la tiranía, no nos mata pero nos espía, nos convence, cabe el hoyo más profundo, sin saber por qué la mente se obsesiona, no saber qué estar buscando es no encontrar lo que buscaba. ¿Qué buscaba? La batalla es intestina, soledad y el cuarto, no necesitó una mina, soledad destina para un pez suicida. nada sin saber qué pájaro dragón peligro acecha, sin saber por qué la flama ni por qué la mecha, sin saber por qué se escucha el bar por dentro, ni saber por qué se escucha bar afuera, bar, que el bárbaro quería cerveza, y barbarea un mixólogo barista en su jardín de vidrio y de madera, barbarea otro capitán hechizo, un negocio es siempre expectativa, y malabarea, hay amor que se atraganta y tararea, hay amor que malbarata, hay amor que enlata, hay amor que se abarata, hay amor que espera, hay amor que pone platos en la mesa, hay amor que es una vela, hay amor que es una pera, hay amor que da la vuelta, hay amor que sube en una pata y vuela. Ale, ayacta, os echó el dado, dicen mulos en la acera, dicen pulpos en la red, y se agarraron bien las manos, se extendieron como red de arañas las palabras, eran trampas las palabras, y un mosquito, son vampiros, las palabras son colmillos, las palabras son de sangre, las palabras son de arena, son de un mar las hilanderas, son del aire, las palabras son la sal y el parque, las palabras son mercantes, las palabras son atlantes que sostienen los planetas, las palabras son estrellas, son cerillos que nos hacen encontrar camino, pan el pan, y el trigo es trigo. Luego el mar es vino, ya lo dijo el griego, tienes ojos de color marino, y no es azul, es negro, negro de tus iris negros, y tu cuerpo gavia y yo el gaviero, por tus ojos voy como un velero. Por tus ojos negros, yo te vi la luz cruzando el hielo. Yo te vi la noche que escalaba el cielo y no era azul, de negro te vestiste, de tus ojos negros. Nos dijimos yo te quiero, como el faro al mar y como el barco al faro y como el mar al tiempo. ¿Qué es el puerto al tiempo? No le importa el barco, al faro no le importa el tiempo. Luego al mar el faro, ¿qué le importa? Y entre versos persiguiéndose la cola, mal traduzco, que ojalá fuera tu peplo y te vistiera, que ojalá perfume fuera para que con él te ungieras. Vi tu cuerpo blanco de gaviotas peregrinas, las pupilas entre las constelaciones irse, hasta la estrella que se llama Betelgeuse, y hasta allá ya no nos alcanzó la vista. Muchas gracias.
¡Tremendo! ¡Essau Landa! To break the ice, para romper el hielo, to break the ice, Essau Landa, yeah, amazing from Mexico City, in a bilingual mood that is, we love. This is a bilingual city, and we love the bilingual mood. Kerouac Festival, yeah, the big generation, yeah, before there was, now we are, but yeah. You must know the past for be the things good in the present, ¿no? Debemos de conocer el pasado para hacer las cosas bien aquí en el presente. Y bueno, tonight we have a really special guest that honor us, that honor this Kerouac Festival. And from introduce this special guest, we have here a poet from Spain, from Madrid, that was performing yesterday at the Clemente Center. By the way, yesterday was the day one of the Kerouac. This is day two, but yesterday we was on the day one at the Clemente Center with amazing performance. Yeah, like Hala Alyan from Palestine, like Cristiane Bouger from Brazil, like other amazing people coming around the world to celebrate the poetry here in this huge speaker. But yeah, now we have this poet coming from Madrid that is going to introduce our special guest of tonight. She is academic of the Beat Woman. She's the translator of one of the best Beat Woman poets to Spain. Yeah, she is Isabel Castelao-Gómez.
I'm just here to introduce a special guest that is, yeah, I performed yesterday, and it is a pleasure for me to introduce Regina Wainwright tonight, who I admire for her intellectual work and big spirit. She is a writer, journalist, film director, and producer that has devoted her life, part of her life, to spreading the work of the Beat Generation writers through a sharp intellectual and cultural focus. A prolific cultural and art critic, she also produced the pioneering film, The Beat Generation, An American Dream, and directed the award-winning documentary, Paul Bowles, The Complete Outsider. But what I would like to highlight is that she is one of the scholars that knows more about Jack Kerouac as a poet, and that she wrote now the classic Kerouac Spontaneous Poetics, the first book that enhanced Kerouac as a major American author. To her, we owe also the wonderful editing of Kerouac book of haikus. If you want to know about Kerouac's poetry, read her critical study in the recent Cambridge Companion to Jack Kerouac. I feel very lucky to have her as a friend and thankful for her enormous generosity. So welcome, Regina Wainwright.
Hello. I seem to be in the right place.
He's the right place because you are here.
Well, it's the right place. It's the right place because this is a room full of people who love Kerouac, and I love to talk about Kerouac. So I think that works out pretty well for all of us. When I started writing about Kerouac, all I had to prove was that Kerouac was a writer who was worthy of my attention. And at that time, I focused on his real-life novels. You all know On the Road, right? Yeah. Okay. So On the Road and the various versions of On the Road and many other prose works. And I focused on the idea of his work related to jazz. And I noticed that there was some poetry around, especially Mexico City Blues. How many of you know that book? Yeah. Okay, and I noticed that there was a relationship between the structures of Mexico City Blues and the ideas that Kerouac was using in his novels. So I'm going to read one chorus from Mexico City Blues. He called the parts of this sequential poem choruses in relation to a jazz structure, right? So, this is, okay, is this better?
Yeah.
Okay, now I can't see, so that's even worse. Okay, this is chorus 176. Get rid of those. The reason why there are so many things is because the mind breaks it up. The shapes are empty. That's sprung into come, but the mind won't know this till a Buddha with golden lighted finger had pointed to the thumb and made an aphorism in a robe on the street, that you'll know what it means for there to be too many things in a world of no thing. One no thing equals all things. When sad, sick women sing their sex blues in your ear, have no fear, have no fear. The mood is true enough, but, it keeps adding up. So that's from Mexico City Blues. Later on, I was asked to put together Kerouac's book of haikus. And basically they were just a notebook of poems that he had selected. I didn't know that much about haiku. I knew what any elementary school student in America would know, a structure, 7-5-7. But then, something else happened. I met a whole bunch of American haiku poets who said to me that Kerouac was their guru, that he was the person who really turned them on to a different form of haiku called American haiku. Now, Kerouac had been studying the Japanese form. He was very much into it as a result of his friendship with Gary Snyder. How many of you know his work? Gary Snyder, great American poet. And they traveled around, they shared haiku, they traded them, and so on. And something else happened in 1949, which was there was a scholar by the name of R.H. Blythe who had translated the work of the Japanese masters, Basho, Buson, Shiki, and Issa, and made them accessible to the American poets. So all of a sudden there was like this trend. You know, haiku was just sexy. So they were all into it, but Kerouac really was a master, and he took it to a new level, and he invented what he called the American haiku. And he changed the whole concept of haiku. He changed it from that 7-5-7 structure. He said, no, no, no. The American language is not suited for that. And that structure is way too long. And he really got into the actual vision of the Japanese masters and translated it into an American idiom. And so I'd like to read a few of his haiku. Okay, well, I'll start with one that's that I like a lot. The little worm lowers itself from the roof by a self-shot thread. The little worm lowers itself from the roof by a self-shot thread. What you have there is a reference to nature, and you have a kind of image that goes deep and eternal, as opposed to something that is closer to narrative. It goes deep instead of long. Now, when you have a poem that's less about nature and more about human nature, those are called senryu. And here's one that I like a lot. Evening coming, the office girl unloosing her scarf. Evening coming, the office girl unloosing her scarf. In my medicine cabinet, the winter fly has died of old age. In my medicine cabinet, the winter fly has died of old age. The summer chair rocking by itself in the blizzard. The summer chair rocking by itself in the blizzard. That's how the haiku poets read their haiku. They repeat them. So, excuse me for doing that. Okay, and here is a poem that's kind of related to the symbol of haiku, which is a frog jumping into water. The great poet Basho wrote a poem about that, and here's Kerouac's riff on that. An old pond, a frog jumps in, the sound of water. An old pond, a frog jumps in, the sound of water. But you could tell that Kerouac was having a relationship with these poems. He was kind of like, okay, that's too serious. How about this one? Run over by my lawnmower, waiting for me to leave the frog. Run over by my lawnmower, waiting for me to leave the frog. Straining at the padlock, the garage doors at noon. Straining at the padlock, the garage doors at noon. Useless, useless, heavy rain driving into the sea. Useless, useless, heavy rain driving into the sea. Now, one thing I noticed in reading Kerouac, especially in his Book of Dreams, he always had a kind of isolated figure who was overwhelmed by the elements around him. Something that I always think of is, you know, the Goya painting of the guy who's being shot at by a firing squad? Yes. I think of that painting whenever I think of Kerouac's imagery. One flower on the cliffside, nodding at the canyon. One flower on the cliffside, nodding at the canyon. And I'll end with this one. A long way from the beat generation in the rain forest. A long way from the beat generation in the rain forest. Thank you.
The beat. Oh my God, this every poet is the heartbeat of the war, yeah. Okay, we continue doing poetry here with another voice of the city, with my mentor, with the person that I admired and opened to me the doors of the temple. It's an honor, it's a joy that is here. Bo Holman! Yeah. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está él? ¿Alguien lo ve? ¿Tú puedes verlo? ¿Tú puedes verlo?
¿Dónde está?
¿Dónde está? ¡Oh! ¡Aquí está!
Matthew Courtney into the house. Anybody here know the Matthew Courtney name? Matthew Courtney was the spirit of ABC No Rio, and he died about 4 days ago. So that's why we have his spirit here today. He was an oral poet, wrote very few poems down. I worked with him on a couple of TV shows. Here's how he would do the open mic at, you know, Matt? Of course. Here's how he would do the open mic. The only time he's ever been done, you know. It was, open mic was so open that he refused to have a list of poets. So he would say, the open mic is now open, and he'd duck out because everybody would have to race up to the microphone, and whoever got there first would read. That's an open mic. They passed. Sorry. It's very sad. Sorry. Here's the way he opened up this TV show called Words in Your Face. You should really look it up on YouTube and watch Matthew himself. But here's what he says. He opens the door and his bald head comes out and he says, "Honey, I'm home. Honey, I'm home. I'm home, honey. Honey, honey, at the tone, hun. I'll be home, hun. Honey, I'm foam. I'm foam rubber. No, I'm not. I'm not foam rubber. Honey, I'm prone. I'm prone." And here he would get down on the ground. I'm not going to do that. See, I'm going to tell you what he did. "Honey, I'm prone." No, I'm not prone. What? "Honey, I'm a buttered scone." No, I'm not a buttered scone. He would then be in the fetal position down on the ground. Can you see him, Matthew? And then he'd say, no, I'm not a buttered scone, honey. Honey, I'm homo. And we gotta talk. What's for dinner? He's your friend. I'm going to do some friends for you. How about one for Jorge? Hey. I know. You might have bought paintings from him down here on Prince Street, right off of Broadway. That's how he made his living after he stopped doing the open mic. Big living you make, open mic at ABC No Real. Boy, you make a fortune there. Let's see. I want to do a poem. Because Tito Lespierre is here, the only Hebrew in town, left in town, I want to do a few Nuyorican, auténtico Nuyoriqueño poemas. See? And who else but El Coco que Habla to start off, right? Lynn and David, right? Am I right? And Nancy. Everyone knows. In case you don't know, Jorge was El Nuyoriqueño Auténtico, who would stand on the street corners with his shopping cart and either sell you a poem, which he would give in Spanish, and always the hero, Roberto Clemente, would appear in the poems. The icon. And or he had his painting gear. He would paint signs for you. And this is how the New York poets say. El Coco que habla. Okay. Let's see. How does it go again? I think it starts with you, doesn't it? It starts with you, doesn't it? Now, come on. Before the beginning of time, when you could rhyme sublime with sublime. Because was a gag in the mouth, a laughing flag. In the land where the coconuts talk, where to move was to dance was to walk, where sing would answer seek, There, Jorge stayed up all week to catalog the beginning of the scene that was a never-ending dream. Nevermore, he cackled to Poe. Wheelbarrows to Williams he'd flow, and the sun's horizon was rising and falling in oceanic frenzy and crawling. Sandy beaches were deserts becoming. Birds of no feather were buzzily humming. He enumerated the words, the syllables became birds. It's solo. There's a lot more. Hang on, it's an epic. Take your solo.
I wasn't ready for this shit.
You are. I better get ready for it. That was his solo. Off he flew to the promised land. Come on. Off he flew to the promised land. Boricua threw a poem in his hand. His vision was his voice. Your ears had to rejoice. He'd wickedly splintered the meaning of center to atoms of busted dust and rust and trust. Padre Jorge, the master of sound, the creation of sidewalks, the streets around, the conductor of trains to reality's brains, the wheelchair of dictionary aeroplanes. This quivering quaver, Piraguero's flavor, a friend of mine's interviewed, stopped late at Jorge's stoop. Now the world was Jorge's stoop, and life was Jorge's loop. He circled the block many times. His cries would always rhyme. The patron saint of the barrio, the oldest new age Hibaro. Oh, we cry now on your beer. We thought you would always be here. Your poems are spread over Loisaida, Mikey, Bimbo, Miguelito, beside the poems don't stop, Jorge. You did not die yesterday. Roberto Clemente hits home runs. Jorge Brandon, the world's greatest poem. Wherever I go, you have been. I see you there, always again.
¡Bravo! ¡Bravo! ¡Grande! ¡Grande!
We could do Tato or Pedro? Nancy has Oh, wait, maybe we should do
Mix it up.
There's Aliens in the White House.
Yeah!
This is audience participation here, so I need a chorus. It goes like this. There's aliens in the White House.
There's aliens in the White House.
There's aliens in the White House. There's aliens in the White House. They come from outer space, can't look you in the face. It's scenario's worst case. We got
In the White House. Aliens in the White House.
They got delusional disorder. You stop the aliens at the border? The aliens are infesting the White House. Stink slime. Crack egg farts with their teeth. It smells like it because we got
Aliens in the White House. Aliens in the White House.
Go ahead, pronounce yourself king. Cover your fat crap ass with bling. Cringe, platypusnik. Cringe as we sing. We got
aliens in the White House. Aliens in the White House.
We're a nation of immigrantes with outer space alien presidentes who survives by drinking blood inocente, alienate the aliens. Come on, we got
aliens in the White House.
Come on, tell me now.
Aliens in the White House.
The Pilgrim immigrants rock Plymouth Rock. Double down citizen fight their double talk. His signature look like it's a heart attack. He's on amphetamine, ketamine, Big Mac crack. He got
aliens in the White House.
Come on.
Aliens in the White House.
Stomp and romp, clomp, chomp, chomp. T-Rumposaurus, alien, dinosaur, fuck-a-rump. We got him, man. We got him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Come on, everybody. Resistance. Resistancia. Aye. Aliens in the White House. Come on.
Aliens in the White House.
Chop, bop, de-bop, de-lop, bamboo. Bring it, leave it, go down, uptown. Everybody, what the fuck is going on below?
Aliens in the White House. Hey, yeah. Aliens in the White House. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, let's have a nice round and get him the fuck out of there. Do everything you got. Just remember, you got resistance. We got each other. And, you know, the time's going to hit us too. And you're going to be there. We're going to be there. And it's, you know, it's fucking slow. But, you know. And last night, Sharon Mesmer told me she is actually moving to Valencia. Some people are doing it. They're doing it. Rosie O'Donnell is moving to Quebec. Some people are doing that. I don't know. So far, I'm staying here. If I can be on stage with Tito, I don't mind it so much. I do mind it so fucking much. Do we do taco and paper?
Yeah.
Do both?
Well, I mean,
I don't know. Do we have time?
We have time.
We have time to do
Make
it.
it. Yeah, of course, yeah. This is ours.
This is ours. Okay.
This is ours. My neighborhood. I grew up here.
Oh, Tito.
I started here and
Come on,
here.
man.
I'm coming back, by the way.
You're coming back. I know you're living here now, aren't you?
I'm coming back. Yes. I'm coming back.
I'm going to have to look at the table of contents. All right, let's do Pedro first, okay? This is on the street named Pedro, on the street named Pedro Pietri. First, we have to do Pedro's benediction, right? Telephone booth number 574 and a half. Remember that one? It goes like this. Woke up this morning, woke up this morning feeling excellent. Woke up this morning feeling excellent. Dialed the number of my equal opportunity employer to inform him I will not be in to work today. Are you feeling sick? The boss asked me. No, I replied. I'm feeling too good to come in to work today. If I am feeling sick tomorrow, I will come in early. On the most amazing day, you were born and you were died. We were waiting for you everywhere, and you surprised us by showing up everywhere else. Where once were bottles, Now bottle caps hanging mid-joint, waiting for the air to turn into red wine and cheeseburgers. And the bottle caps without bottles will be redeemed at the Church of Our Lady of Tomatoes for $5 a piece. Now that you have your own street named after you, maybe they will get you a car. But you know you need the okay of the Latin Insomniacs motorcycle gang without motorcycles to set up toll booths at both ends of the block. So that once you get in, you gotta pay to get in. You can also pay to get out. That's right. Unless the toll booth keeper is at the other end of the one-way street that never ends, and you get to stay forever in the bodega that doesn't sell anything. Because it's made out of loose joints and condoms. And the only way you can get in is to smoke your way in and screw your way out. And when you drive your black helicopter over the street that has your name, and you see the great balls of fire that are being lit up in your name, and you see the outrageous acrobatic screwing that's going on in your name, you may very well want to change your name. But you can still pick up that notebook that you left in the telephone booth that time. And make your escape into the day where it's always night. And you can laugh at the poets who try to make sense of the fact that a street that has your name on it will never have you to walk on it. Never have you to walk on it. Because you're too busy writing, just writing a new subway, yes you are, that runs directly under the street that has your name. And there you are, on an uptown train, going downtown. On an uptown train, going down, 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 downtown. And you have a name for it. Do you know what that name is? This is a great Kerouac Festival. Regina, are you still here, Regina? There she is. You know, Regina's here, so you know it's official. Yeah, that's what I like. How did you and Marco get together?
Oh, it's a long story.
I'll bet it was. Honey, I thought it was a short story. But anyway, here comes Tato's Hat for Tato Laviera, the author of La Carreta Made a U-Turn and other great books. We miss you, Tato, too. All these guys? Never mind. Okay, you gotta start this one. Tato's hat is where it's at. One cool gato, and that is that. Low East Sider, peak and brim, Tato's hat, out on a limb. What you say, you see you've been, you lost your hat, well follow him. Now Tato's on the further shore, swimming, flying, no more chore. His books won't shut up, they never dies. Tato's palabras to the wise. So wake up, bro, and sing a hymn, or be a hymn, be us, be them. Oh, La Carreta's on the go. Where it stops, nobody know. Hey, he sang his dreams with blinding beams. Las Avenidas, that was his scene. Don't mess with Tato was the word, and he wrote the word. That's what I heard. Take it away, Tito. So don't tell me that Tato's dead. I think his hat slipped down your head, inside the brim, inside his skin. Tato la Viera! Live like him. All right.
Bob Holman. Yeah, Bob Holman está en la casa, Bob. That Bob that comes to the Kerouac Festival in Vigo. Bob is also a rich poet, is also a poet that everyone's love. Y eso es decir mucho. Eso es decir mucho.
Gasolina.
Dale caña.
Échale.
Dale caña.
Ok.
Y dijo Allen Ginsberg, y dijo Allen Ginsberg, y dijo Kerouac, y Dayan, y la Candel, y Corso, y Rex Rock, y la Mantia, y Jan, y Harry, y dijo: qué osadía ser Gregory Corso por un día, qué osadía ser Gregory Corso siempre. Y dijo Allen, y dijo Kerouac, y dijo Dayan, y dijo Candel, y dijo Corso, y dijo Rex Rock, y dijo La Mantia, y dijo Jen, y dijo Harry, y dijo: qué osadía ser Gregory Corso por un día, ser Gregory Corso siempre. Okay, we continue the Kerouac Festival. Yeah, it's official. This is the Kerouac Festival here in New York, in the center of the world, and the world is watching us. El mundo nos está viendo. What happened with the poets in New York? The world needs hope. The world needs fight. The world needs force. The world needs sex. The world needs food. But the world needs poetry. And the world needs the poets and the poetry fighters. Y por eso, and because of that, is here Nancy Mercado. Nancy está en la casa. Nancy está en la casa. La Mercado que viene. La Mercado.
This guy's 7 feet tall. I'm not, it's an honor to be here at the Kerouac Festival with Bob and everyone. I had the great fortune of hanging out with the Puerto Rican poets who were offspring of Puerto Rican and the beat movement and also the Black arts movement, combination of all those. I had the great honor of knowing most of all of the greats. Ginsberg, Corso, Miguel Algarín, of course, good friends of mine. Victor Hernandez-Cubex. Victor's still alive. Anyway, Bahom and Amiri Baraka, his son was just arrested by ICE today. Hello. Yes, his son, who is the mayor of Newark, was arrested by ICE. I don't know if he's still he's still detained.
Yes.
It's ridiculous because he went to look at a center, at the ICE center, which he has a right to do. He's the mayor of the city, and they arrested him. You know, it's you know, I mean, I don't. What can I'm gonna?
Father's son. That's what you can say.
Yeah, well, you know, they, you know, he's a target, obviously, you know. I saw him basically grow up, him and his whole, you know. We used to hang out at Baraka's house for years when I was in Newark, living in Newark. They're very, very good friends of mine. It's distressing to hear something like that. So,
Don't forget Steve Cannon.
yeah, Steve Cannon's always around the corner. Gathering of the tribes. I will, okay. I'm gonna open with then a piece that is very different from what's been read so far. It's a piece that I did taking into consideration these people that are, you know, in whatever you want to call it, office or whatever, you know, whoever. It's crazy people. Anyway, it's called Epilogue for the 21st Century, the Trump Regime. And the demon took possession of the nation, leading it by the hand in circles, engaging in topsy-turvy talk, weaving and unstitching gnarls of lies, dangling morsels of double talk and innuendos. And the nation jumped in attempts to capture those morsels, if only for a second, to distill them into reality, to identify them as black or white. But the demon kept changing the meaning of all things, kept morphing his empty shell of broken bits and shiny shards of wickedness enshrined in glassy vials. And the nation contorting and heaving drowned in a melee of arguments and weapons and hurricanes and earthquakes and wildfires and special reports on the evening news. While the demon's henchmen went out into the world and defiled the rivers, defiled the women, defiled the poor, defiled all the good creatures on the earth. They were hell-bent, maniacal in their derangement. They were the leaders of the free world. I mean, I'm writing a lot about just dark stuff lately, but I'll read some of the stuff that I've written before that's a little bit lighter. I'll read one piece. This was dedicated to my aunt Juanita, USA-Puerto Rico. Juanita, between sugar canes, peeking through a wonderful face, splendid eyes, beautifully shaped nose and lips to speak melodies with, beaming bronze skin, perfection of an earthly figure strolling through the plaza square. Juanita, breathing life into the dead medium of light that makes us all so happy, materializing miracles from impossibilities, providing food from soil, creating homes from ashes, teaching tolerance by living. Juanita, the eye against harm, keeper of the key, kneading dough for fried patties, tending to crippled children, to the salt of the earth beneath a warm sea breeze in the evening. Juanita, mending broken souls all her worldly days, providing smiles at every end, lending breast for pillows to the brokenhearted. Juanita, hummingbirds at her feet. She was like that. That was my aunt was like I don't know, a saint on earth. She was amazing. I'll read a couple more. A smile as gift, and then I'm going to go back to one of the dark things, okay? A smile as gift. To see the light of day, a smile as gift. To wish a field of truth, an ocean of passion, arms extended eternally. To nestle in beauty, a sun for an iris. To desire the bliss of rain, the partnership of wisdom, a touch through time. To anticipate your arrival, a heart of tulips. To look for silver linings, the notions of falling stars, and immortal glance. To hope for heavens, a stroll like kings. To foresee a blooming world that springs of life forever. Two more, and again, honor to be here for me. This is called 2020, A Year to Forget. My best stuff comes from, the horrible, things. I don't know, maybe, I guess. Life. Yeah. Wait till I start writing now about what's going on now. I haven't started yet. I mean, that's...
Get started.
I'm going to tear that apart. I can't wait. I'm going to absolutely demolish these people, I can't wait. Anyway. Earth put a roaring halt to our empty, rabid existence, ceasing marathon plastic productions, disintegrating worldwide stock markets, shuddering ubiquitous greed. Earth put a roaring halt to our multi-million-dollar gains, sunk crude oil markets to asunder, stopped our titillating trophy hunts, our eating bloody meat in hordes, our cruel trampling of the land, put an end to our soiling of the skies, our tarnishing the homes where water beasts are born. In one thunderous clap the planet hurled an instant standstill to our haywire, to our decapitation of mountaintops, our butchering of tree communities, to our murdering sprees of elephant and whales, tiger infants and elders, mothers and girls. Throughout passing days of sirens, our existence is halted, a new plague set into motion. Our mass die-off launched. And the last piece that I read for Jimi Hendrix. An idle instrument induces such sorrow, a longing to hear the beat of a chord, the only time one could weep at the sound of the national anthem. Thank you.
Nicely done.
Nancy Mercado! Thank you so much, Nancy. Yeah, amazing. The network thing with the prize. Yeah. Okay, we continue the Kerouac Festival here. Thank you so much, Bob and Nancy, baking up the golden thing. And yeah, we are continuing celebrating the diversity of the poetry, the new paths of the poetry, mixing with everything, because poetry is everywhere, in the air, in the walls, in the floor, in the breakfast, in the clothes, in your hands, even in the books. There is poetry. Then celebrate this diversity of this thing. We have our special guest tonight. She's an artist, multimedia artist, poet, and she's also a musician. And they are Samantha Riot and cello is sorry.
You just call me nocturnal cellist because my name's a little hard. Nocturnal cellist.
Nocturnal cello, so fuerte aplauso! Yeah. Sorry, the name. I mean, I do my best. I do my best.
About you.
Test.
late at night. My world turns into a twilight zone. A strange world of gloom, where emotions become completely transfixed onto every open sore and hole. As I hover effortlessly over their interest, invisible in the gloom, invincible with doom. A death trap is rattling inside my head, and a million griefs ago, I was fainting into my recollections of sunlit dispositions. A million griefs ago, my survival rate was low. A million deaths ago, my lifeline grew thick and silvered with growth. The gloom shimmers from side to side, that I become large with insensitivity and predatory skill. And your face, mirroring my gloom, disappearing inside and out as I disguise my silhouette by displaying and flashing all bipolar colors with tiny movements in the night glow. Designed with sharp eyes that cut you down to size, so that I can penetrate deep inside and engulf you whole. The strangest life force belies the biggest swallow of all delicacies. What murderous teeth attracts what sorts of prey? Big or small, large or thin, challenged or easy, imitation or authentic, I want it all. I just want to feel everything. I just want to feel everything. I want everything. An endless hunger, because it's never enough. It's forever, never enough. A parasite to a host, with this infinite beating, the limitless emptiness of an unending cycle that comes full circle. Yeah, I'm talking about love. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about my love. Talking about my love. A history of chills in the darkness. A sniper scope of all incoming targets. There is no escape. There is no escape. Only attack. Only threats. Only sensory overload. Flashes of death and confusion. And another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust within perfect timing. All lovers reappear as skeletons stripped bare of meat as they collide up to the surface for air and my attention, and find themselves at risk once more to my murderous teeth. They start begging for a return to the depths of my darkness. Oh, what a slice of life. Enjoying that full complexity of their struggle to journey the shallow depths of my soul, my soul, oh my soul. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in my soul. There's a hole in my soul. There's a hole in the daily cycle of triggered tidal waves, traveling the dark zones of a gargantuan night continuum that blinds and binds us together. A deep sea of intranquility, pulsating old hells and traumas. Any survival, all survival, is silhouetted with the overgrowth of pain, corrosive with blue, black destitution. I am the dark zone predator. I am the dark zone predator. Exalting with extraordinary gains. I am a demanding and dangerous world. Watching you get caught up in the maze of my force field and concealed within this parasite-ridden spin turns me on. It turns me on. I'm talking about mating rituals in the dark. Mating rituals in the darkness. Illuminated alerts in the darkness. Motionless sustenance in the darkness. Large with insensitivity and bold with monstrous appetite. So baby, just freeze on over with me. Sink into me. Slip away. Slip away with my magnified and raw, oxygenated emotions, my bioluminescence. This perpetual dark night discomfort is reward worth the risk. My existence is a network of booby traps stretched to the maximum of pressurized captivity. My world is crystal clear with scraps of flesh and casualties dominated, always dominated by my defenses for my own survival with spirits of pain. Spirits of pain that ricochet off of me and into you. Just mating rituals in the dark, mating rituals in the darkness. My slippery terrain is an oasis with colonies of remarkable prey, leaving me ripe with an appetite that resembles an abyssal plain gashed with massive downfalls because it's never enough. It's forever, never enough. It's never enough. It's forever and ever, never enough. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about mating rituals. You are never enough for me and I am never enough for you. You'll never bleed enough for me, and I never want to bleed for you. The roughs aren't rough enough, and your arms aren't tough enough to fully embrace me. Because I am never enough of a tragic calamity, independent of other poisonous parasites. You see, it kills me inside to feed you what you claim to need most, which is all of me. When the predator feeds on the prey, that's when bloodshed begins. kill or be killed. Kill or be killed. Kill or be killed. My heart, my heart, my heart. My heart is a undersea volcano filled with eruptions of exploding temperaments, hot and heavy, with the potential of death and dying of anyone who gets near enough, that I become a demanding and dangerous world, pulling on fast and slow energies, sourcing and exploiting on your own self-inflicted catastrophes, on the fondness of your own codependency for the ultimate transformation of myself again and again, 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 again and again. This is for my personal hero, David Attenborough. This is for Mother Earth. This is for you and I. This is for all the slumber that sore eyes wish to have. This is for Palestine. This is for Sudan. This is for the Congo. This is for anyone under the boot of tyrannical predators. It's forever, never enough for them. This is for all the trans folk who are preyed upon for merely existing. This is for the oppressed and the repressed and the marginalized and the ones who are antagonized. This is for you and I. This is for my heart. This is for your heart, where toxic vultures have eaten from. This is for you and I. This is for every single secret that the clouds weep and keep for you. This is for all the times long dreaded, unreversed, memorized, no longer sympathized with. This is for everyone who is under the boot of someone who wants to kill. This is for all of us who feel the need to escape, safe and sound. This is for you and I. This is for you and I. This is for you and me. This is for you and I. Thank you. beautiful music and merch for sale over there. Thank you all, and we're honored to be here, and go check it out because her work is really amazing, as you can see.
Thank you.
Hala Alyan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
¡Bravo, Samantha Ríos! ¡Hala Otzoy! ¡Hala Otzoy! Sí, lo dice bien. Ok, lo dice bien. Ok. Entonces, un fuerte aplauso porque vuelve Tito al escenario. ¡Que viene Tito! ¡Que viene Tito! Cuidado. Cuidado ahí. Sí. Ahí, menea eso. On your back. Dale ahí. Menea eso un poco, venga, dale ahí. Menealo un poco. Okay, how do you feel? How do you feel, guys? Okay, we want more poetry? Okay, venga. Más poesía, hombre. Dale ahí, hombre. Dale un poco ahí, va. Los poetas. Ya. Dale ahí un poquito, a ver, aquí estamos, sí. Sigue, Jorge. Jorge, no te pares ahora, Jorge. No te pares. Ya. From Loisaida con la fuerza de la vida. From Galicia con la fuerza del mar. From Brooklyn por la raíz y el hogar. From around the world the poets come. Aquelarre beautiful naked minds. Santa sin tanta. Parlando a nostra lingua avec plaisir. Holy Poetry Vortex. Yo convoco el sentir de los beats en este pueblo, invocando transmutación beat, clarividencia beat, transmutación beat, clarividencia beat. Oh, yo beat del océano hijo de rosa, de la fuente donde brotan los poemas. Vengo con mi ofrenda, este canto. El latido es el ritmo, y aquellos capaces de seguir al latido serán capaces de levantarse tras la caída y saberse poetas. Ser poeta en esta vida, ser poeta alegres, nos elegimos serlo, ser poeta en esta vida, ser poeta. Cantan los poetas a las ciudades que sueñan. Oh sí, clarividencia beat. Okay, we continue on the language. We continue celebrating the diversity of the poets, and we are so excited because we have a poet that comes from Guatemala. She is writer and communicator and activism of the Indian language and cultural shaker. She's Maya Cachiquel, and he's going to read us in Maya Cachiquel. Is true? Sí, un fuerte aplauso, Gabael Otzoy. Sí, Gabael Otzoy.
Shukatay Wunuge. Shukatay Wunuge. Shukatay Wunuge. Lito Kanare. Yemboyoh riwatit rinu mama. Rito kakare yemboyoh riwachala. Rito kakare yemboyoh rigahaf rihunyu. Rito kakare yemboyoh kuchoka rihuyu richohi rirakantakia. Esta noche convoco a mis ancestros. Esta noche convoco al espíritu de las montañas. Esta noche convoco al espíritu del agua, al espíritu del río, al espíritu del agua, al espíritu de los bosques sagrados. Shukakai Wonohe. Buenas noches a todos. Estoy realmente complacido por la invitación del Festival Kerouac y los minutos y los momentos que han pasado realmente me han impresionado y me han hecho sentir en casa. Porque nace la palabra, porque nace la familia, porque nace la armonía, la hermandad, la amistad y el cariño de los escritores y los artistas y la música y la palabra, y todo fluye en este momento. Anila Matioshi Unojes, muchas gracias a todos. Vuelo transgresor, transgressive flights. Yiropop chuechrikach, nihun chudiramach nukas lembre. Mangetamang, chakanisach, chukaurtusam. Ninkowisach rubei surkung, riking rialachtach nushik. Taradik Manekragawa chien hung chikopach pahuyu ni jolopín. Revoloteo por los cielos de mi vida breve, incierta, afortunada, imprecisa. Traspaso los surcos del viento con mis alas de pájaro pequeño, necio, indómito, irreverente.
¡Ale! ¡Vamos!
Autonomous flight, vuelos autónomos. Kipanung kachoch, riachik panukush, hierro pop, nikikanurin kostopirki. Yek awoman chukaye holoping takyep isang mahunga chiketa mayung kikishanik. Rigipeh rukwam pokonas, rigipeh rukwam kayewas, porije ketamang niyikowisa. Ketamang yesamech pakomong, ketamang hunam yesamech. Shwechlo olech rachulev nikiwis kitobas. Aka kishik niki takyekoriik. Nikisikir ekum nikisikir sakri. Yekiyir yemuchuch tak nokahung kayewas. Nikijolopih rikatoy tak naoh. Yesurul patah suts Nkitsubah ruwechlikah. Autonomous flight, vuelos autónomos. Pájaros habitan mi ser, revolotean inquietos en busca de libertad, cantan gratitud y rebeldía en la incertidumbre de sus vuelos y enfrentan con sentido de supervivencia las migraciones peligrosas. Trabajan juntas, conocen de apoyo en comunidad, subsisten de la madre tierra y renuevan sus plumas con el paso de las lunas. Anuncian claridad y oscuridades, se reproducen en adversidades, desprecian los saberes que los aprisionan mientras besan el cielo, mientras danzan entre las nubes.
¡Bravo!
Nos llueve distinto. It's rain on us. Nos llueve sobre suntuosos condominios. Nos llueve sobre mansiones climatizadas, sobre edificaciones que besan el cielo, sobre residenciales sosegadas. Nos llueve sobre caóticas colonias, sobre oficinas cleptómanas, sobre agencias agresoras, sobre estatuas de ironías, sobre monumentos a la hipocresía. Nos llueve sobre escombros de cemento, nos llueve sobre carpas espontáneas, nos llueve sobre refugios improvisados, nos llueve sobre hospitales bombardeados, nos llueve sobre escuelas destrozadas, nos llueve sobre campamentos segregados, nos llueve sobre infantes ejecutados, nos llueve sobre mujeres ultrajadas, nos llueve sobre ciudades devastadas. Nos llueve sobre centros de detenciones, nos llueve sobre persecuciones inhumanas, nos llueve sobre oficinas de asilo, nos llueve sobre cancillerías antipáticas, nos llueve sobre labores extenuantes, nos llueve sobre faenas mal pagadas, nos llueve sobre la esperanza de un trabajo, nos llueve sobre viviendas saturadas. Nos llueve sobre junglas de cemento, nos llueve sobre territorios depredados, nos llueve sobre metrópolis deslumbrantes, sobre pueblos también explotados. Nos llueve sobre corporaciones especuladoras, nos llueve sobre consumidores desesperados, nos llueve sobre burócratas estúpidos, nos llueve sobre genios desplazados. Nos llueve sobre gobernantes neofascistas, nos llueve sobre habitantes manipulados, nos llueve sobre políticos autoritarios, nos llueve sobre ciudadanos castigados, nos llueve sobre actores genocidas, nos llueve sobre poblaciones silenciadas. Nos llueve sobre la protección de la cafetería gourmet en esta esquina y nos llueve sobre niños suplicando un poco de comida.
¡Bravo!
Nos llueve sobre relucientes autos de último modelo y nos llueve en las paradas y estaciones del tranvía. Nos llueve sobre la desesperanza del sueño incumplido y nos llueve sobre el anhelo casi marchito. Nos llueve sobre las prisas al trabajo y sobre las prisas al hogar. Nos llueve sobre motorizados gusanos empañados y sobre pájaros de metal. Nos llueve en el bullicio, nos llueven los delirios, nos llueve en los eternos instantes y en los recuerdos desaparecidos. Nos llueve en las risas y nos llueve en los lamentos. nos llueve en la soledad y en los afectos inciertos. Nos llueven las discusiones y nos llueven los silencios, nos llueve en el cariño y en el sexo intenso, nos llueve en la nada, nos llueve en el exceso, nos llueve siendo libres, nos llueve estando presos, nos llueve en la verdad y nos llueve en la mentira, nos llueve en el goce de la música y nos llueve en la poesía. Nos llueve viajando, nos llueve encerrados, nos llueve distinto, nos llueve sobre mojado. De viajes interminables y de destinos inevitables. De migraciones hablemos, compañeros, porque nuestra esencia misma es ciclo y camino. Nuestro desplazamiento primigenio se desplaza a tiempos añejos, incluso previos a que tuviéramos un nombre, un rostro o una personalidad. La raíz de nuestra historia nos traslada a migraciones sin treguas con el tiempo. Somos hijos de caos cósmicos, de fusiones estelares, tal vez de paradojas metafísicas o de experiencias espirituales. Tal vez de dioses somos obra, o tal vez de formas evolutivas somos fruto. Cual sea el caso, nuestra sangre recorre el genoma del espíritu nómada. Tal vez del soplo divino llegamos al suelo, o de la selección natural volamos al cielo. Migrar no siempre ha sido anhelo, migrar no siempre ha sido derecho, porque siendo tal vez la secuela de un consenso secreto o de un deseo ajeno, nuestra anterior migración invisible partió del dominio masculino al útero sombrío en el que hicimos nido, convirtiéndose el útero en patria primera, en hogar original, el vientre materno. Del vientre al suelo, del vientre al seno y del seno al suelo, viajeros desde nuestros primeros momentos. Y aunque nuestra estadía en la penumbra de la matriz para nuestras madres fue tormento, migramos de la incertidumbre a la seguridad del regazo materno. Y habiendo consumido la vitalidad de nuestra progenitora, acabamos con nuestras madres. Digresión. Vi la foto de mi madre cuando tenía 3 años. 2 años. Y estaba toda acabada con 3 hijos. En la pobreza, en la miseria. Mi madre famélica, enferma, porque consumimos a nuestras madres. Y habiendo consumido la vitalidad de nuestra progenitora, proseguimos nuestro vagabundo destino, abandonando el seno y buscando el suelo. Y la tierra de nuestra infancia, que atestiguó nuestro pie desnudo, acabó reemplazado por otras veredas, por otros rumbos. nutriendo el hambriento impulso de hallar otros nidos y otros terruños, del seno al suelo y del suelo al cielo, porque si algo mantiene vivo el ánimo de un caminante es su ambición de conocer, su ansia de explorar, de un útero a un hogar, de una casa a una escuela, de ideas a teorías, de mitos a verdades, de dominios a libertades, de orientaciones a identidades, de autonomías a prisiones, de emociones a sentimientos, de una mirada a una boca, de una sonrisa a una alcoba y de una alcoba a otra. En otro sentido, el migrante es un ente voraz, un ser insaciable, porque ni un regazo, ni un lugar, ni una patria, ni un hogar satisface su espíritu errante y su sentido de curiosidad, o más bien de necesidad, que lo conduce a veces al hastío y otras veces al vacío, lo empuja a su éxodo inmediato final. El suelo oscuro infinito. Vaya si no terminamos todos en la tierra. Y así, el viaje iniciado como microscópico ser vivo finaliza su trayecto como polvo inerte, como un completo desconocido. Y aunque para la fe la migración última es eterna vida o eterno castigo, yo ruego salvar mi espíritu de la servidumbre del cielo o de la condena del infierno, y suplico dejar que mis restos migren a fertilizar un campo árido, un bosque, un lago o un río sagrado, porque tal vez mis queridos, porque tal vez en el inevitable camino del migrante termine yo siendo una flor veraniega, tal vez termine yo siendo un pez invencible, quizá termine yo siendo un nahual de montaña, o tal vez acabe mis días como un pajarillo libre o como un jaguar soberano. Hala Alyan.
Gabael Otzoy, Gabael Otzoy, Maya Cachiquel, oh qué lujo tenerte aquí, amigo. Gabael, cultural shaker, voice of the people here at the Franciscan Club at the Kerouac Festival. Okay, we continue now with our last poetry show of the night. This is the last poetry show of the night, and later the poetry we are going to dance. First poetry, after dance, okay, los poetas también bailan. Pero ahora let's go to end this amazing second journey of the Kerouac Festival with one of our collaborators, one of our friends. She's writer, she's performer, she's musician, and she comes with two musicians. She's Peruvian, de las montañas del Perú. Yeah, you can see reflected his land, his roots in her poetry. Yeah, we are really, really happy that is here. Mónica Carrillo Zegarra!
¿Será posible ser más que las comillas? Que el objeto de análisis, de intersección, lo curioso que excita por la artesanía de sus rulos y el supuesto laberinto del pubis ondulante más que negra, que acrobática danzante, defensora de un discurso que tiene un vaho enmohecido, profesora de consejos con remedios, misteriosa, hechicera, romántica, casi puta, rítmica, resentida, predispuesta, promovida, movida. Dejo que el sexo me oprima. Resisto, pujo, aguanto, subvierto. Mientras él fantasea en su nebuloso chorro, le hago creer que seré libre para él, que los románticos no tienen como propiedad a sus amantes, que su poder se demostrará cuando yo por decisión propia rechace mi libertad, a pesar que él me la ofrezca. Rezo, rezo, rezo. Abasikiri osai osaiko, abasikiri osai osaiko, abasikiri, abasikiri osai osaiko, abasikiri. Donde hay Dios hay diablitas. Donde hay Dios hay diablitas. Abasikiri, sikiri, abasikiri, abasikiri. Resisto un poco, resisto un poco. Tú eres la deidad, le digo. No sé cuándo dejé de ser como mi madre, una cosa que trajeron en el bodegón y me convertí en humana. No recuerdo en qué momento mi virginidad corrompida por sus asquerosos dientes partidos, atorados en su cara rosada, se volvió algo parecido al cariño. Cariño. Tampoco cuando me volví calculadora y se me olvidaron las náuseas al ver a esa piel casposa y sin tonalidad alguna encima de mis noches. Aunque me fui luego de ser libre, no pude evitar ser una cimarrona. Dejé como rastros el olor a guanábana madura que nunca quise que él sintiera. Pedacitos de mis callos en las sábanas, es decir, retazos de mi piel. No puedo escapar aún a la intersección del cruce de caminos, dejar de estar reducida a lo que él quiso que sea. Pero no voy a ser como él. No quiero que me miren como a ellas. Abasikiri, 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 abasikiri. Haré cualquier cosa para dejar de estar reducida a sus categorías. Rezaré el Padre Nuestro en Congo. Puedo adorar a la culebra con el rito del mayombe bombe, mayombe bombe. Nunca me olvidé del vudú, ni de la ceremonia de iniciación de los indécimas. Aún recuerdo la regla del palo monte, que las marcas blancas son símbolo de fatalidad. Y cómo se adivina, y cómo se adivina en el tablero de Ifa. Abasikiri, osai, osaiko. Abasikiri, osai, osaiko. Abasikiri, abasikiri. Diosa o diabla, diosa o diabla. ¿Eh? Lo mismo da. Abasikiri, lo mismo da. Osai, osaiko. Lo mismo da, lo mismo da. Abasikiri, abasikiri, lo mismo da. Lo mismo da.
¡Viva!
Bueno, gracias por estar aquí, gracias. Soy Mónica Carrillo, afro-peruana. It's very important to say that I am from Peru, from the mountains of Peru, from the coast, from the desert, from the dunas, the Amazon. I'm coming from an oral tradition of poets. Many of my relatives, they wrote decimas, or many of them they didn't write because they didn't go to the school. But so this is why we are oral poets, because our poetry is always for the community. And I also have a book, but I think for me, since I am 3 years old, I was training by my family to recite poetry. And after a while, when I decided to write, of course, I wanted to say the poetry because this is the only way how many of my relatives that didn't go to the school, they can read, they really will be able to understand, no? And this is the tradition. And I am very glad because now I am very honored to have Mateo, yeah, in Araceli Poma. They are also amazing musicians, Latin Grammy nominees, and they have an amazing band, Afro-Funk, but just today they are doing this song that is very special for me as friends. This poem, I am going to share one poem that I am dedicated to Peru. I am and was an activist of human rights, so this is a poem where I was trying to share a lot of our trajectory as Afro-Peruvians. There are many words that maybe you won't understand. I will do it in Spanish, but I just want to mention some words. Carimba es el instrumento que se usaba para, en el fuego para poner la marca del nombre de la hacienda. Nosotros venimos de una hacienda, San José, entonces tienes la S y la J, y era la marca que se ponía a los esclavizados. Otras palabras, algo muy importante es que la independencia de Perú fue en 1821 por don José de San Martín, pero fue una promesa que no se cumplió. Muchos de los africanos se sumaron al batallón Numancia, que era el batallón precisamente rebelde, pero se les mintió porque cuando se decretó la libertad en 1821 no se les dio a los africanos esclavizados, solamente se dio a los vientres. Entonces tuvimos que esperar 33 años hasta 1854. También hablo de la hacienda del sur, de donde somos nosotros, donde hay cultivo de algodón, pero también del norte, donde tenemos el trapiche, que es lo que se usa para sacar la caña de azúcar, y de algunos héroes no contados como Micaela Bastidas, la esposa de Tupac Amaru, que le dio el nombre a Tupac, al rapero aquí, o sea, hay una relación, y a Catalina Buendía de Pechos, entre muchos otros. Y bueno, yo tuve que irme del Perú precisamente por mi rol de activista, pero creo que esa es parte de cómo comencé a curarme cuando tuve que salir del Perú. Y este poema está dedicado a Perú, mi querido Perú, en ritmo de festejo. sacia. Cañones independentistas reventaron mis latidos de esperanza libertaria, la promesa no cumplida de abolición de tu yugo. Esos líderes siniestros me llevaron a la línea, fuego a fuego y cuerpo a cuerpo, con el batallón Numancia en 1821, para luego reprochar mi negritud con abolengo e intentar que renuncie al anhelo de ver frente en alto a mi pueblo, sin carimba y sin azote, sin carimba y sin azote, sin carimba y sin azote. Dime patria, dime patria, ¿no fue acaso Micaela una hembra afroperuana, inmolada por guerrera y por ser la compañera de quien tus armados disidentes y escrupulosos caviares toman hoy como símbolo de temple y rebelión, Tupac Amaru? Dolieron los castigos infligidos por mis padres sobre mi adolescente espalda, la escalera, los azotes, todos sádicos remedos del ejemplo que les diste, obedecerte forzados por temor de ver su sangre en regadío a borbotones, en regadío a borbotones, en regadío a borbotones. Dime patria, ¿cuántos pitos se tocaron a las 6 con el ocaso en la hacienda San José para hacernos esconder como topos semiesclavos bajo el yugo despiadado de sillones? Madrugadas somnolientas y larguísimos ocasos al son del caporal, al son del caporal, recogiendo los rastrojos de la última cosecha, al tenor de la tarea, al tenor de la tarea. Línea sur, línea norte, ángulo 90 en la cintura, alumbrados con las flamas del lamparín en querosene, confundidos con gusanos y las plagas del capullo en algodón, del capullo en algodón. Dime patria, ¿cuánta comida envenenada tuvo que haber degustado Catalina Buendía de pecho, a conciencia y a sabiendas que se autoinmolaba siendo la homicida, además de cocinera de un tropel de combatientes extranjeros? ¿Cuántas venas ancochadas necesitas seguir viendo por prender fuego a la caña, evaporarme en el trapiche, exprimir mi cuerpo viejo, secarme cual bagazo para brindarte en producción una copa de cañazo, una copa de cañazo? Dime patria, ¿qué más quieres? ¿Que borre mis memorias ancestrales? ¿Que te rinda pleitesía? ¿No te basta mi atragantada e hipócrita sonrisa y mis 3 de cara al viento que me contienen cual gueto de morder tu blanco y rojo centro? ¿No te sacia que reprima mi deseo de verte flamear marcada con la sombra de mis labios estampadas en tu escudo como grito de la torre? ¿No te sacia que renuncie yo a mi anhelo, que fueras la primera señalada y ojalá la incinerada cuando llegue prontamente el anticristo? Sea este un papa negro intenso o asesino. No te sacia, yo sé. No te cansa, yo sé. No te basta. Gracias. Bueno, vamos a cerrar. El último tema va a ser con Araceli, dedicada a la mamá Pacha, y solo le voy a compartir ahora un epitafio, un poema corto, ya que hemos hablado de alguien que partió. This is an epitaph. Yo escribí mi propio epitafio no hace mucho, ya lo tiene toda mi familia, ya está listo ya. Y lo voy a hacer hablado y ya después vamos a hacer el último poema con Araceli. El epitafio, está bien aquí, sí, te consigo. Gracias. Qué mejor compañía. Un aplauso para María Araceli, muy contenta de compartir con ella. Y como todo lo hago de memoria, solo les pido si pueden hacer silencio porque todo está acá abordado, y para no distraerme, por favor, si podemos hacer un poquito para no distraerme con la memoria, perdón. Yo no leo, si no mi mamá se molesta. Ya me voy. Ya me voy. Me detuve casi siempre con deseos de retorno a ese caos de mi sino que me persigue de siglos en mis tantas vidas muertas. Ya me voy. Ya me voy. ¿Para dónde? No lo sé, pero asumo que hacia el tiempo, donde hay un agujero, siempre en borde circulando, en vaivenes brillo blanco, succionándome a sus dentros. Ya me voy. Ya me voy. Pero aún no estoy yo lista, porque sigo discurseando con mi matrix de memoria, que me dice: ¡vamos, Prieta! ¡Toca ahora revelarte! Con mi matrix de memoria que me grita: pronto, esconde tu cuerpo mustio en la acequia. Con mi matrix de memoria que me canta: mira, vida, cuánta esponja hay en tu pelo. Con mi matrix de memoria que me tienta a sentarme con pecanas dentro de tutumas. Ya me voy. Ya me voy. Y no es por siempre. Yo regreso a visitar para tener frescas historias que contar al otro lado y decirles que fue vida lo que dejé en cada huida, y enseñarles que el destino se macera en 7 tiempos. Estamos en el Día de las Madres. Este poema lo escribí a mi mamá. Mamá negra, mamá tierra, mamá Pacha, Prieta, mamá. Ahora vivo en Pachamama, más recuerdo a negra mamá, más recuerdo a Prieta mamá. Voy caminando bajo tu nube, negra nube que me guía por el camino de Juan Palenque, recordando a la Santa Muerte. Mamá negra, mamá tierra, mamá pacha aprieta mamá. Ahora vivo en Pachamama, más recuerdo aprieta mamá. Mamá negra es soltera, pues los sapos y los changos la pudieron defender de los yugos, del azote, de la hacienda. Mamá negra es soltera, pues trabaja en los campos, pues trabaja en las chacras, pues trabaja en la selva cotidiana encementada, y es el viento que la ausenta de quien dijo que la amaba. ¿Y quién dijo que la amaba? Si es soltera, mamá pacha, mamá negra, si es soltera, pues los sapos ni los changos la pudieron defender de los yugos del azote de la hacienda, de los yugos del azote de la hacienda. Mamá negra, mamá tierra, mamá pacha prieta mama. Muchas veces no podemos ni juntarnos con tus hijos quichuapachas, moche aymarias, por los odios inspirados por la madre patria vieja. Por sus odios inspirados muchas veces no podemos ni juntarnos quichuapachas, moche aymaras, congo africas. Por sus odios inspirados. Mamá negra, mamá tierra, mamá pacha, prieta mama, tenemos nombres extraños, Moniquita, Aracelita, que no es herencia inca, que no es herencia congo, que no es herencia moche, que no es herencia aymara, pero aquí en Occidente mantenemos nuestra mente en tus brazos que cobijan, en tus senos que alimentan, porque mamá es una sola, 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 porque mamá, you guys, porque mamá es una sola, porque mamá es una sola, porque mamá es una sola. Mamá vive, mamá canta, mamá juega, mamá intenta, mamá intenta, mamá ora, mamá es tiempo, mamá canta, mamá pacha, mamá salta, mamá vive, mamá intenta, mamá vea, mamá pacha, mamá linda, mamá tierra, mamá hermana, mamá quechua, mamá canto, mamá vive, porque mamá es una sola, mamá salta, mamá ora, porque mamá es una sola, porque mamá es una sola, porque mamá es una sola, porque mamá es una sola.
¡Que viva mamá! ¡Que viva!
Gracias.
¡Que viva la poesía! ¡Que viva mamá! ¡Mamá chula! ¡Mamá linda, mamá chula! ¡Mamá chula!
¡Grande Mónica! ¡Mónica Carrillo Zegarra! ¡Mónica Carrillo Zegarra! ¡Grande! Mónica y los músicos, Mónica, los músicos,
Los nombres.
los nombres de los... Sí.
Oh, sí, por favor.
Y de nuevo agradecerles a Mati, a Araceli,
¡Mati, Araceli!
con mucho gusto que han estado en este festival, y ellos también tienen la banda. Por favor, si me pueden seguir. olvidando las raíces latinas, peruanas y afro aquí en Nueva York.
Mónica Carrillo Zegarra, tenéis un libro aquí de Mónica todavía, si alguien quiere el libro de Mónica, lo tenéis aquí, vale, está la Biblia ahí también. Bueno, amazing, continuamos Kerouac Festival, esto nos acaba después de la poesía. Agradecer a todos los que han estado aquí, los que han contribuido al festival Kerouac, que está por ahí Nilton y también Mónica en la organización del festival, Isabel, han estado aquí, Regina Wainwright, un aplauso para ella que ya no está, Regina Wainwright, Bob Holman, la leyenda que tampoco ya no está, Essau Landa, desde Ciudad de México, tremendo Essau Landa, está también con nosotros la gran Nancy Mercado, guerrera Nancy Mercado, fighter, la queen, y también, ¿qué más ha venido? Gabael Otzoy desde Guatemala, Maya Cochiquel y Mónica Carrillo Zegarra, que la acabáis de ver, un fuerte aplauso para ella. Y por supuesto, tenemos aquí al gran Tito Las Pies. Grande Tito Las Pies. Y ahora, después de escuchar poesía, vamos a bailar poesía. Tenemos a dos DJs. Después, a última hora, tenemos a Talio G Legendary. Y ahora está con nosotros desde México City, Ocultos Vicios. Ahí comienza Kerouac Festival. Mi nombre es Marcos de la Fuente. Agitador, estoy con vosotros aquí desde Nueva York para el mundo. Hay esperanza, los poetas estamos en las calles. Los poetas vamos a luchar y vamos a cambiar el mundo. Puede ser gonna fight the world, we're going to change the world. Pero I don't want a revolution if I can dance. No quiero una revolución si no puedo bailar. ¡Vicios ocultos, dale ahí!